Want to grow your aesthetics business and help your clients see better results? Pomp is the only retail solution that lets you recommend professional-grade skincare curated by our medical director without holding any inventory. You'll gain access to exclusive brands, tailored education, and easy tools to boost revenue well beyond your treatment room. With Pomp, you can deliver exceptional client results while earning commissions on every sale, day or night. Sign up today at pompbeauty.com and turn retail into your most reliable stream of growth. Are you interested in providing results-driven treatment services? Join a team of like-minded individuals who share your passion and support your success. With more than 1,000 franchised locations in 49 states, MStaszcuk is not only the nation's #1 provider of massage services collectively across its franchise network, but also a national leader in skincare. Start or grow your career at a MStaszcuk franchised location. Visit massagenv.com/SDcareers for full details.
Hello and welcome to ASCP's Esty Talk. I'm your co-host, Maggie Staszcuk, ASCP's Program Director.
I'm Ella Cressman, licensed esthetician, big fan of products, and content contributor for ASCP.
All right, Ella, today's topic is all about our industry's wild pendulum swings. We've gone from permanent procedures to skinimalism, GLP-1s, and now compression creams.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. So let's set the stage. We've seen body contouring obsessions. This is procedures like CoolSculpting, promising permanent fat reduction, skinimalism, and body positivity. This is celebrating individuality, minimal routines. We then shift to GLP-1s, which we've talked a lot about, and pharmaceuticals for weight control or anti-aging, and now compression creams. So if you don't know, compression creams are now fresh to the market. This is topical products that give an almost immediate pulled tight effect. Have you heard about these?
Not in like a body cream. I'm kind of excited. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. So we'll get to it in a minute. But this pendulum swing, in my mind, it's like hitting rewind and fast forward at the same time. So 1 minute we want permanence and the next we're flaunting imperfections. So why do you think the pendulum keeps swinging like that?
I visualize right now Miley Cyrus. It came in like a wrecking ball. That's how I feel. And I love what you said about the rewind and the fast forward at the same time, because I feel it. I feel like we're supposed to love ourselves and like find our beautiful parts, but we're also in this industry where we're identifying imperfections. Yeah. So it's natural to identify it in myself too. Trust me, I have plenty, but it's something that personally I struggle with, the pendulum of acceptance versus wanting to change so many things. I don't know. I think it's, why do we do this? I feel like it's because we desire to love ourselves and accept ourselves, but we have such deep insecurity. And those insecurities are they were fed by the magazines. Like this was the paradigm of which we were supposed to live up to, the Hollywood life, right? But now we see it so much every day on social media, which gets a bad rap, but it's so true. Because people are posting filtered pictures or angled pictures that they're taking or the best parts of their life. I always stop on the videos where people are hot messes. They're upset what their kids did, like things like that, because it does make me feel a little bit more real. But I also do the stink face to people I graduated high school with that I see are just, oh my gosh, my life is perfect and I'm amazing. I think that's normal, right?
Yeah, totally. There was a period in time I noticed, surfing the internet or, shopping online, you would notice, or I would notice at least, very quickly, ads changed out all of their models for things that were much more inclusive, much more body positive. And you even had models that were, like in wheelchairs, for instance.
Right.
And it lasted for, I don't know, a year, let's say. And then it was almost like overnight, they were gone and it was back to that typical model type.
Right. Totally.
Yeah. So very interesting. I think that social media's acceleration of trends has something to do with it. I think that the beauty industry selling this idea of both empowerment and improvement at the same time, even though you may have this inclusive imagery, that inclusive imagery is selling anti-aging, it's selling improve yourself, it's selling
wear this outfit.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So let's go back to compression creams for a second. Basically, it's smoothing and sculpting with like this invisible sheet over the skin. If you guys have ever seen, there's this commercial, I don't know if it's still on, but it was an eye cream. And they would apply this eye cream to this gentleman that had terrible under eye bags. And within seconds, they would shrink after applying this cream. That's basically what a compression cream is doing. It's toning, tightening, lifting your face the second you apply the cream. But it's temporary. This is not permanent anti-aging.
I just want to point out that you were attracted to an ad about eye cream. Again, I'm never going to forget that.
You know what? I was fascinated by the immediate lift.
Yeah, I think that's the key thing. I used to have a nurse that worked for me, and she brought this in. It was part of this MLM that she was involved in. She's like, look at this. It's amazing. And I was like, for how long? Same thing. But this was a while back. It was probably that exact same eye cream or not. But I was skeptical. What was that, 7 years ago?
Yeah.
Now I'm interested if it's the whole body, and I'm especially interested if it's on the neck.
Oh.
Yeah, give me some.
Yeah, totally. So usually the ingredients are going to be these film-forming agents like polymers, again, creating this visible tightening, but it's temporary. You may also have additional ingredients that may have some lasting effect, but not immediate. It's going to be caffeine, it might be amino acids, things that are stimulating circulation, things that are targeting puffiness, and then also things like silicones that are giving a smoothing or film-forming effect. So benefits, again, immediate tightening, it's affordable, it's non-invasive, but drawbacks, it's not permanent, it's a visual effect, so it might be before a big event, let's say, and there's potential for stickiness or residue or transfer. It could discourage long-term skincare routine investments. And we could say compression creams are like the industry's duct tape, if you will. So it's a quick fix, but there's no structural repair.
I think of this like wearing compression leggings while also still going to the gym. So if this is something you wanted to pursue, you can still layer it over good skincare, right?
Yeah.
But the other thing I wanted to first of all, sign me up. I want some. Second of all, did you see this one product that they're advertising now? Oh, you're going to love it. It's this along the same thought, I guess, but it's this piece of like plastic with a sticky adhesive side to it that's like butterflied almost in two. You put one side on the back of your neck and then you pull the other side on the back of your neck and you slap it down like duct tape and it pulls your neck from the back. So you have to wear your hair down. But can you believe that?
I totally believe it. I think they have things like that for the eyelids, like a little eye lift.
That is so, yeah, like the ones you put underneath and you pop it in. Yeah.
There's this paradox of self-acceptance, I feel like. We preach this body neutrality, self-love, but we keep chasing these tweaks. I mean, why is that?
I wish I knew, but I'm chasing them too. Like I need to change my shoes out. I feel like Forrest Gump. I was running. Like I will chase this. Yeah. But I will also say that sometimes my mirror and somebody else's pictures don't agree. Like, I did not look like that. I did not look like that.
Yeah, it's ruthless, right? I mean, and cultural messages around beauty are omnipresent. And we've already said, but there have been messages about self-acceptance, all while at the same time saying you need to improve.
Yeah, you're great, almost. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a cultural thing. I don't think it's going away either. So I feel like self-acceptance is a choice.
Yeah.
And I think you can still accept yourself and want to tweak. Because I accepted myself at 35 and I look a little bit different than I did then. You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, there's a conflict between wanting to feel confident now and knowing that deep changes take time. I think, and maybe that's why too, people are drawn to things like a compression cream, which is temporary and immediate, versus going after more lasting long-term treatments?
Well, because the perception is they're more inaccessible, that those are too much money or too much downtime. So I'm just going to do this quick fix, tape on the back of my neck, if you will, or have you heard like the low type pony gives you like a faux facelift? Because I don't have the time or the money to afford a facelift. I'm going to do low type pony. Ha ha ha.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try the low type pony.
Don't put that thing on the back. Try the eye cream too.
Yeah. It's instant gratification. Also,
Yeah.
There's something to be said about that.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I would definitely do that. But it's the same reason why we wear blush or lipstick. You know, it's a little bit, those are tweaks, but it's a little bit of change and it's instant. So much prettier right now.
You're right. You made a point that I didn't even think about.
Oh my gosh, here I come. That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. There are alternatives for long-term results. Like, for instance, microcurrent. This is consistent lifting and toning with continued use. What's your feeling about microcurrent?
I love it. I hated it. I love it. But I'm doing it different. You know, I do everything different.
I do. 100% I see that microcurrent is effective, but it takes multiple treatments. You have to be consistent with it. It's not immediate gratification. And for that reason, I can't get behind it.
Well, can you get on my table? I'm going to show you something. So I use it a little bit different. I don't sell it that way. Like, oh, it's permanent. Because I agree with you.
Yeah.
I feel like it's permanent-ish, right? It's like, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But the way that I use it in the treatment room is I use it to infuse serums.
Yeah. Okay.
It's so cool.
Okay.
And then there is that instant gratification. Then I show them while they're still laying down. I make them feel one side versus the other so that they feel, really, I know it's me, the modality. I'm the modality that's moving stuff around. It's my choice of serums to apply that makes the difference, but they're feeling the twitching muscles, right?
Yeah.
So I do like it. I really like it a lot. In fact, I really like what I'm using right now. I like playing with it. You know, I don't think it's a permanent solution for skin laxity or muscles. I just think it's as another thing that I use, like, oh my goodness moment in my treatments.
What do you think about like radio frequency and laser?
Oh, geez. Laser? I feel like laser is interesting. I have seen a lot of when it goes wrong, like everything goes right for the first year, it's like healing how it's supposed to. And I'm talking specifically about Fraxel, but then I would see like 2 or 3 years later, you could still see the dots, the placement, the specific areas. So when I think about specifically that, I don't see as much of that anymore. Do you?
No, I feel like laser had its moment and not anymore. And it's not that it's not effective. I think that the science and technology behind ingredients, like the serums you're talking about that you're able to infuse with microcurrent, for instance, that is catching up to more invasive procedures like laser. And I think people are realizing maybe I don't have to be so invasive. Maybe I don't have to spend so much money. I can do some of these other things that are equally giving me the lift and the tone.
Yeah, for lift and tone. Same with radio frequency. It hurts. Yeah. It's not comfortable. So if you can get something different, or maybe it's a longer road, but tackle it in a different way, the longer road has the longer results. But I still think there's a place for like IPL or hair removal, because I think those, when they're looking at like vascular stuff, can make a big difference.
For sure. And there's other things on the market. I know some of them you've tried, like PDO thread lifts.
Oh yeah, I tried that.
And of course, injections, or even facelift. I don't know if facelift is still a thing.
They're doing like lower facelifts now, and not full facelifts. They're doing it in a different way. They're pulling in a different direction. The technology of that, or the technique of facelifts, have definitely changed. I remember 20 years ago having a client like helping with her post-care, was just like a big incision in front of the ear. You could definitely see the scar years later. And now, I've had some clients that have like undetectable work done. So very interesting.
So even though we have these more advanced treatments, a lot of people don't go this route. Could be time, it could be financial constraints. And then also, again, they want that immediate gratification. They're happy to apply their compression cream instead. And
then I'll swing the pendulum the other way. Some are like, this is me. This isn't how I'm aging. This is how I'm, gracefully or not, this is how I'm aging, and I'm accepting it. I don't like it, but I'm accepting it.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll get anything done?
I have had radiofrequency microneedling. I've done IPL. I have done microcurrent, which I don't want to waste my time on that. Maybe if, I was at home with my microcurrent gloves. I love those too. Fine. But to pay to go into an office week after week, no, that's not for me.
That's how I feel about LED. Like I would never go somewhere and pay to have an LED treatment specifically, but I'll do it at home.
Yeah.
I will get some stuff done.
Yeah. Do you think that the consumer just doesn't have the knowledge, or they have fear about doing some of these other procedures, but they're fine to just apply a cream?
Yes. I think it could be really scary. I think there's the perception of how they're going to look after. I think there's a cost, like plastic surgery, especially facial plastic surgery in Denver specifically, is outrageous. And especially for what it used to be 5 years ago. I think somebody's facelift, they were quoted $36,000. And rhinoplasties are up closer to 20 now in Denver. I mean, I think. When I was looking, I don't want to know stuff. I'm just saying, like, I was like, what? No way. What else is out there? So for me, like, that's not as accessible for everybody. But some people will find that somehow, some way. And then you also have the tourism, medical tourism too. Yeah. Do you see, you don't know, Darcy and Stacy? Oh, I'm going to show you a picture. You guys check out Darcy and Stacy from 90 Day Fiancé. They went to Turkey.
Wow.
Not everybody's going to come back looking like them, but you can get a lot of stuff done there, Mexico, so on. I'm not endorsing it. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I think a long time ago, back when I was young, it seemed like a service only for the rich.
Yeah.
So I feel like perhaps people of my generation might still feel that way, or maybe younger generations see it as fixes and it might be more accessible for them.
Beauty exists on a spectrum. It's okay to want a little of both, but accept yourself. And if a quick lift helps you feel bold today, that doesn't make you any less authentic. Listeners, we want to hear from you. What's your beauty pendulum? Do you trust in beauty in minutes, or do you embrace the long game? Share with us on social media through Instagram, Facebook, or by emailing getconnected@ascpskincare.com. Thank you for listening to ASCP Esty Talk. And as always, for more information on this episode, or for ways to connect with Ella and myself, or to learn more about ASCP, check out the show notes.